Okay, so obviously you guys clicked this video and you can see in the subject what this is about. We are moving out of New York City, but I did want to make this video because I've been getting asked a lot what the reasons of why are, because I know a lot of you guys maybe are younger and your dream is to like move to New York City. So I just wanted to explain like where we are at in our life. Obviously, I absolutely love New York. It's the best city in the world. I'm from Long Island, so I grew up in New York. I went to college in upstate New York, and I've lived in New York City for about 7 years now. And yeah, I feel like for us, it's just time to have a little bit of a change up. You guys know all the reasons people are moving out of New York City. Like, I feel like after Corona, it's just opened my eyes so much into how important it is for me personally to have like space and outdoor space and be with like nature. Last December, Matt and our lease was up and we decided to live in Florida for December and January, and then we signed that lease for February 1st. So we were in that apartment for about a month before Corona hit, and we absolutely loved living in Florida, but we made the decision to go back to New York for some reason. And yeah, I mean, I just love warm weather. Like, I hate the cold. I just feel like I want to be somewhere that it's warm and sunny all year round. Like, that's just so my personality. I love having warm weather. And now that Matt and I run Orium, running a company is so stressful, as I'm sure you guys can imagine, that I feel like we need to be somewhere that if we need kind of like a break, we can like walk to the beach or go have a drink somewhere outside and like enjoy our life a little bit. In Florida, we have this nice big balcony. This is basically where Matt and I are working every single day. We have like a dream of a view. I just think that working in that type of environment makes it much less stressful. Matt and I have worked really hard to get to a point where we have the luxury that we can work from wherever we want in the world. So working and having our home base in New York City just doesn't make sense for us anymore. For all my younger or slightly younger followers, I think New York City is a great place to start off your career. I think that it has so many opportunities and you can just meet so many people and network with so many people, obviously once Corona dies down. I also want to add, because I know a lot of you guys watched my apartment tour, that I've lived in so many different apartments throughout New York City in my entire life. Like, I think sometimes you see like the end result of like, you know, someone living in like a pretty nice apartment and you're like, wow, that's amazing. But like, I've lived in multiple studio apartments that were microscopic. Matt and I, our first apartment ever living together was like a 650 square foot dark apartment that we lived in together. So it's definitely a long journey of grinding it out in New York City. I still think that we will be flying back to New York and visiting New York at least like once a month. But for now, we want to have our home base in Florida. So the other exciting news, and I don't even know if I should be like telling you guys this because I don't know if it's going to happen, is we are going to be moving out of our apartment and then we will be living in Matt's parents' place. So that's where we've been living and that's where we're going to be living for the next few months. And then we are hopefully, fingers crossed, going to buy a house, hopefully. You never know with me and Matt. We're both so all over the place and indecisive that we could be buying a house today and moving back to New York City tomorrow. So who knows what's gonna happen. But our goal as of right now is to save up to buy a house. We've been looking at houses in Miami, so I definitely will take you guys along for that journey when it happens. I'll show you guys like houses that we're looking at, and then of course I will show you guys decorating the home, because I feel like I didn't do a very good job of like sharing the process of decorating our New York City apartment, because I kind of just did it in like 2 weeks and just got it done with, and then I showed you guys the aftermath. So this time I will definitely try to take you guys along for furnishing our new place and looking for a new place. I think that we're gonna maybe try to spend some time in Miami before we buy a house there, so that we can like figure out what location we would ideally want to live in. But again, I don't think that's gonna happen for a few months. Our goal is to maybe have that happen by February, March time frame. So for now, all of our stuff will be in storage. We're renting out our apartment to one of our friends. And yeah, it's like a little bittersweet. I have to say that our New York City place was a really big dream of mine. I love that place so much. And I love how I decorated it, and I just thought it was just like a dream come true. But now we are on to bigger dreams. I feel like Matt and I are so the type of people that we need to have something, a big goal that we're like constantly working towards. Like if we don't have something in sight that we're really trying to work towards, we don't work as hard, which is bad to say, but I don't know. I think it's good. It keeps me happy. It keeps me really motivated to like constantly have new goals that I want to achieve. So we're closing the New York chapter and hopefully moving on to something else, and I will definitely share it with you guys. And I hope you guys continue to support me in this decision to make this move. I know that a lot of you guys love New York City and New York City content. I definitely will be there very often. Another thing I want to add is with Pepperoni living in New York City, she is such a different dog in New York City versus Florida. Like when we're in New York and in the apartment, obviously we don't have a balcony, so she just kind of sleeps all day, and you can kind of tell that she's depressed, and it's like actually breaks my heart. When we're in Florida, she's just like loves sitting on the balcony, like sitting on the sun. She likes to like run around. You know the quote that's like, I work hard so that my dog can have a good life. Like I genuinely feel like that. Like we really want a house with a backyard so that Roni can like run around in it and maybe get another dog. We already have our second dog name picked out, and just want her to like live the dream. She's a queen and she deserves the world, so I want to make that happen for her too. But I think we just want that privacy of like having our own private backyard and not having to like take an elevator to take Roni out and things like that. I will post a moving out vlog and kind of when we're in New York City moving out and everything we're trying to do. I'll try to do like a vlog for that. And that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm almost at 10K. I'm so excited. YouTube has been such a fun little added thing to my day-to-day that I've really been enjoying doing, and I definitely want to do more videos. And I always really appreciate your feedback of what you guys want to see.